Okay, I totally went the wrong way to get to Gobi's Valley or Desert or whatever it's called. I can't even remember.
Gobi's Valley.
Gobi's Valley. See, I keep calling it Gobi's Desert because there actually is a Gobi's Desert, and that always confuses me.
And also, the lava level he's referencing is just Fire Eye Mountain or something, a level that was cut from the game and turned into Hailfire Peaks in Banjo-Tooie.
Yeah.
Other levels I can think of that are in Tooie that were apparently cut from Kazooie are Witchy World and Glitter Gulch Mine. Witchy World was probably the original idea for Gwenty's Furnace Fun.
Yeah, now that would have been interesting if they'd have made it a full-fledged level, but, you know, as it was, it made for a pretty hilarious situation, you know, I mean, here you are, trying to defeat this evil witch, and then suddenly, you know, it's The Price is Right or something, you know, it's like you're on this game show, and it's like, what the heck is going on?
Quiz show, it's a tradition in Banjo.
Yeah. It's just, you know, it's a lot of the quirky humor of this game. It just kind of boiled down to it had to be something like that. You know, of course there was going to be an epic final battle, but in reality it had to end in some ridiculous way like that.
Of course, Banjo-Kazooie was more just absurdist humor, while Tooie is cynical and just constantly mocking itself. And features Jiggies are basically just buy a Jiggy from a pawn shop.
Yeah. And yet not
some more ridiculous Jiggies, and sorry I keep interrupting you.
It's alright. Yeah, but something else is, you mentioned the pawn shop, is they put some interesting things in there to kind of reference the previous games and what have you. I always thought it would have been kind of funny if you could have actually bought those and done something with them. Like unlock something. Well, I'm in Gobi's Valley, and I'm going to be heading for that other Mumbo token.
They don't actually count towards 100% completion, you know that, right?
I do know that, and the only reason I'm really doing it is because part of me felt really dumb when I left it there. It was like, you know,
it's that one blood pyramid, you can't get it.
Huh?
That pyramid that you drained the water from, you can't get that Mumbo token if you didn't get it before.
Oh, you mean the water stays drained? I thought it reset.
I'm pretty sure it stayed drained.
Oh, man. Well,
you might as well go check, I may be wrong.
Yeah, I might as well, because, you know, what else are we gonna do? And actually, just bringing that up, this pyramid run is probably one of the hardest challenges in the game, because you actually have to cut corners in order to make it work. Oh, and see, I just totally fell off, so that didn't help at all. Now I'm going to have to wait and do it over again. Oh dear. But yeah, I basically wanted to do some bonus episodes, so if I have to waste time getting things I don't actually need, why not? And as I said, watching those videos back and seeing that I actually missed some really obvious things, it did kind of irritate me, so being the perfectionist that I am, I tend to want to try to do things completely. Okay. Might make it this time. But yeah, making a thing like this where you actually have to cut corners to make it, that was actually... Oh man, you're totally right. The thing is still drained. Well, that Mumbo token right up there is going to stay where it is because there's nothing I can do about it. Oh well. So I guess it's back to Clockwood Winter where I left, or actually maybe Falter, I don't know. I left a couple of Mumbo tokens there. I guess you could always talk about why Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts failed.
It didn't really fail, though. It's more that it just got too big for its own good, which caused the vehicles, and while the vehicles are pretty fun, some people were just being superficial about it. Just basing not buying on the fact that it isn't a platformer like they remember, even though it's really more vehicle-based platforming.
And in actuality, I did have fun with it, but it just didn't feel like a Banjo-Kazooie game. It felt like a completely separate entity.
It still had the same humor as Banjo.
It did, yeah. I guess one of the reasons was the actual change in the characters themselves, because Mumbo not actually transforming anything and just sort of running a mechanic shop, I don't know. Things like that kind of bugged the purist Banjo-Kazooie fan, I guess.
It's just that you can't really make a good collectathon anymore. The genre died. And blame Donkey Kong 64 for that.
Yeah. Well, you know, and it's hard to compete with, you know, the Super Mario Galaxies out there. You know what I mean? Those kind of games are, they're kind of bigger than life at the moment, you know, because they kind of revolutionized themselves with the different gimmicks.
Kirby's Epic Yarn, all the new things Nintendo is doing with their old IPs are sort of just revolutionizing them.
Yeah, I mean, Nintendo is actually getting well ahead of the game in that respect, because
Metroid Other M, though, that was not good.
You know, I am not going to buy that game. I'm not going to buy it.
I regret it.
Yeah, well, that's the reason I'm not going to buy it, because of what you have said about it. I'm like, nah, there's no need.
It's just the baby every 5 seconds.
Yeah. Oh, the baby.
No, that's too much emotion. It was deadpan.
Oh, yeah, okay. Oh, the baby. Okay, this Sir Slush guy, I hate Sir Slush, and he's right in my way. You know what? Heck with you, man. See, I don't even remember where the Mumbo tokens are here in Click Cluck Woodwinter. I just know I kept saying, I don't need it, ha ha ha. Okay, here's one. It was in the ruined beehive. Okay. Oh. Ball. And that's basically the only reason I truly do not like Click Cluck Wood, is because I always fall.
It's a vertical level, whereas the other levels in Banjo-Kazooie were more spread out and just open area.
Yeah, I mean, there are things that you can do on the ground level, but not very much. They really have, I'd say, 80 to 90% of everything is going upward, trying to get to, you know, the branches, trying to get to Nabnut, whatever. And another thing, Nabnut, quit eating your freaking acorns. I'm sick of going and finding 6 of them for you when you've got a whole room full of them right above your house.
Well, actually, the vertical level design was just a sign that Banjo always tries something new with level design. Like, Mumbo's Manta is pretty standard, but from there you get, like, levels that are just an open area with a whole interior level to go inside it.
Right.
Add Monster Mansion, Rusty Bucket Bay.
Right.
Or Jolly Roger's Lagoon, which is just an area on the top, and then the entire level is underneath that.
That's true, and it's something that the Banjo series has always done quite well, I thought, is the level designs themselves. There's always this feeling of a level within a level. Sometimes more than one.
Or Grunty Industries, which is pretty much... Anybody who knows what I'm talking about just knows it's basically Rusty Bucket Bay reloaded.
Yeah,
that's
true.
a difficult industrial level. And just like Rusty Bucket Bay, I love it because of how difficult it gets.
Yeah, some of the challenges are definitely up there amongst the hardest. Well, think that's all of the Mumbo tokens in here. So basically, I think I'm going to have only missed the one where the water stayed drained out, even though every other level in this game forgets that you were there and puts everything back exactly the way it was. Well, since I don't feel like doing any more of those jigsaw puzzles... Oh, you know what? I forgot to put in the one code that I did get. Oh, that was kind of dumb. I could have put in that code while I was in Treasure Trove Go. It's too bad Mikey didn't show up.
Well, then we just ended up with So Bad's Good video.
Yeah, exactly. Fresh Prince of LPs. Alright, now to go drain the stupid lake again. Seriously, why is it that the pyramid in Gobi's Valley stays drained, but this doesn't?
It's a major change to the level.
Yeah, but... I guess.
Change.
You would think, though, that it would fall under the same line as this, so that the pyramid would stay full of water as well.
Rare is lazy.
Yeah, that's kind of true. Ow, stupid crab. And we've come full circle in this LP because, yes, I hate crabs. Okay. Alright, so I believe it's Bottles Bonus 1. And I have to type that in. And I have no idea what it even does, so... yeah. We're doing it anyway.
I think it was Big Head Banjo.
Well, then that's a good way to end things. Bonus 1. Yep, Big Head Banjo. That's actually really funny. Especially because Kazooie is still small. Oh yeah, that is pretty hilarious. And when he crouches, his nose goes underground, so... yeah. Okay, that's pretty funny. And, yeah, Talontrot becomes ridiculously funny for the simple fact that instead of just carrying a fat bear, she's carrying a fat head. Alright, so, I guess that's a pretty good place to wrap this up. This has been Let's Play Banjo-Kazooie, the bonus episodes. We're finally done with this LP. It has been a fun experience, and I want to thank TheParadoxAuthor for coming along on this journey with me here today.
You're welcome.
I am JonathanWolf038, and that's all. Bye.
Bye.